Good evening. I am Mr. Scott Jones, and I am glad to have started my 11th year of teaching overall and my 5th year of teaching world geography and U.S. history at FWAFA. And I'm sorry that we didn't have the opportunity to have a Meet the Teacher night in person this year because of the continuing outbreak of variants of COVID, but I'm glad to be able to record and upload this video as an introduction to myself. So, I'm from Kentucky originally, and I'm a graduate of the University of Kentucky, as evidenced by my shirt here. And that's where I got my undergrad degree and master's in secondary education. My wife and I moved down here 5 years ago from Lexington, and she is a professor at Tarleton State University. And so that's what brought us down here. Since that time, we have been very fortunate to have two little boys who are in the other room right now being very well behaved because I don't hear them on the video. And in addition to teaching, I'm in my third year of a 4-year evening law school program at UNT Dallas. And so I am taking a break from doing some homework, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to do that. So, what can your students expect to learn in my courses this year? Well, let's start with world geography. Geography is taught thematically, so we talk about the themes of geography, including location, place, movement, human environment interaction, and regions, and teaching world geography thematically and according to the TEKs that are posted online allows us to talk about a lot of current events that fall under those topics, and we will have a lot of different and interesting discussions over the course of the year about topics we're grappling with in America in 2021. And so I have everything planned out for the year and a solid curriculum for that class, and I'm looking forward to continuing to implement. And in U.S. history, the curriculum is prescribed by the College Board, and that class covers the years 1492 to 2008, and that span of time is broken down into 9 time periods. We're about to wrap up our studies of periods 1 and 2 right now, which are the years 1492 to 1754. So, for either of my classes, students need the following things in order to be prepared. Some kind of binder. This happens to be a binder for a class I'm taking about the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, but any kind of 1-inch binder or folder would be totally acceptable for my classes. Some kind of writing utensil would be a good thing for students to have as well in either of those classes. In AP US History and US History, the students have a book that is published by a company called Perfection Learning, and it's called the AMSCO Guide to AP US History, and that's a textbook that we're using this year, and students already have that book. I wanted to order that over the summer so it wouldn't be a problem for students to get that book on the first day of class, and so that is something that the kids already have. There's no textbook for world geography. I use sources like the New York Times newspaper, the Washington Post newspaper, the Economist magazine, the Smithsonian magazine, National Geographic magazine to gather readings for the students if we're going to do that, and have a lot of discussions based on that. And that's not all that we do. A lot of the things that are done in world geography are projects as well that the students are completing over the course of a couple of weeks, and that allows me to monitor their progress as that time goes on, and they don't have to hear hear me talking at them for the entire time period, which can be a tiring process, as I again know from being a student myself. So I'm always glad to answer any student or parent questions at my email, which is scott.jones@fwafa.org. And um, I am pretty good about consistently responding within 24 hours of a person sending an email to me. But if I don't respond to anyone within 24 hours, I just ask that any of y'all that are trying to contact me, please send me another message uh, just in case I missed anything. So, having said that, I guess I'll wrap this up. And again, I'm glad to have the opportunity to have your students in class this year. Y'all are welcome to reach out to me at any time. And I'm sure we'll continue to have a great rest of the year because it's off to a good start so far. So, thank you very much for your time and have a good rest of your evening.